I laughed when she said it. Mom, standing there with that smug tilt to her chin, her words dripping with venom. Thanks to your ring, your brother finally got what he deserved. Her pride wasn't subtle, she savored it. And when she demanded, "What's so funny?" my laughter cut deeper than any insult could. Because the joke was already written, and she didn't know she was the punchline. I used to believe in family, blindly. I thought sacrifice was proof of love. I bent until I broke, always giving, always forgiving. My brother, her golden child, never had to lift a finger. If he wanted something, he got it. I worked 3 jobs, studied, built a life from nothing. And still, my victories were seen as selfish, while his failures were excuses for more handouts. But the ring, that was supposed to be mine, a promise, a future. My fiancé had poured his savings into it. When I was admitted to the hospital fighting pneumonia, I trusted my parents to protect my things. Instead, they ransacked my drawer and pawned the one thing I had left of him. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just memorized the moment my mother sneered. Her satisfaction carved into my memory like a scar. That was the day I stopped being their daughter. The truth unraveled slowly. A nurse whispered about the party photos plastered online. My brother, champagne in hand, standing in front of a neon sign, "The night he deserves." I scrolled, numb, until I saw it. Around his girlfriend's neck, a chain, and on it, my ring. The betrayal should have shattered me. Instead, it sharpened me. They thought they sold my engagement ring. They hadn't. 2 weeks before my hospital stay, I'd taken precautions. My fiancé and I had insurance papers drawn up, certification tucked in a safe deposit box. The diamond I left in my drawer wasn't the diamond he gave me. It was a flawless cubic zirconia, indistinguishable to anyone without proper testing. A decoy. The real ring was safe, untouchable. I played my part when I got home. Silent, cold. I let them believe they'd won. Mom gloated. Dad avoided my eyes. My brother flaunted his stolen treasure. I smiled politely, the kind of smile that hides daggers. Meanwhile, I prepared. First, the bank. The joint account they leaned on for emergencies, funded mostly by me. Frozen. Every card declined, every automatic payment rejected. The look on my mother's face when her grocery transaction failed, that was only the opening act. Next, the pawn shop. A single call and the manager confirmed what I already knew. The receipt listed cubic zirconia. They hadn't even bothered to check. They sold it for pennies, wasted the money on liquor and lights. The humiliation wasn't mine, it was theirs. But the masterpiece was still to come. I filed the insurance claim, fraudulent sale, unauthorized theft. The investigation opened swiftly. My parents' names were tied to the sale, signatures matching theirs. And since the ring was worth $18,000, they were on the hook for insurance fraud, property theft, and falsifying ownership. I didn't lift a finger to accuse them. I only provided the paperwork when asked. Cold, professional, precise. At 9:30 the next morning, the calls began. First, Mom, shrieking into the phone, "What did you do? They're saying we could be charged." Then Dad, his voice trembling, begging me to explain. Finally, my brother, enraged, "You ruined my life." "No," I corrected him calmly. "They ruined mine. I simply returned the favor." The confrontation came in person. They cornered me in the kitchen, panic etched into their faces. Mom's arrogance had cracked. Now there was only desperation. "You wouldn't do this to your own family," she pleaded. I set down my coffee, meeting her eyes with a steadiness she couldn't match. Family doesn't sell what isn't theirs. Family doesn't laugh while their daughter lies in a hospital bed. You taught me what family really means, and now you get to live with it. Her mouth opened, but nothing came out. My brother shouted, cursing, blaming me for everything. I let him rant, let him exhaust himself. Then I delivered the final blow. You didn't just sell a ring, you sold proof of who you are. And now the world gets to see it. The insurance company pressed charges. The pawn shop provided receipts. Their reputations, their finances, their precious golden boy image, it all collapsed. Every bridge they burned lit up the night behind them. And me? I walked away untouched, stronger, free. That night I stood by my window, the city lights flickering below, and let myself finally exhale. The weight was gone. Not just the ring, not just the betrayal. Them. I realized something then. Revenge isn't fire. It isn't rage. It's ice. Controlled, patient, sharp enough to cut clean. They thought they stripped me of value, but in reality, they only exposed their own worthlessness.